that song. Huge hit. It was even in the TV show Miami Vice.
How much time we got? 25 minutes.
Get ready, and... In the Air Tonight. What is that about?
I don't know. I really don't know. I made those lyrics up. You know, I literally spontaneously sang those lyrics in my home studio. The whole thing wrote itself except for maybe a line here or a line there.
Phil Collins is a humble man, the drummer for Genesis who moved up front and then had a massive solo career, selling over 100 million albums. But critics haven't been kind. You were talked about as being omnipresent and, you know, cheesy.
I would call me omnipresent. I've got used to it, and I think it's because I was just there all the time. You know, if I hear Cecilia one more time on the radio, that bloody Phil Collins, you know. Now I think, having been away for a long time and reissuing these records, I think it is a time for a bit of a reassessment.
His new project is a retrospective campaign called Take a Look at Me Now. He's reissuing all 8 of his albums as extended and remastered editions. When you listen to it, do you love listening to the studio stuff or the live stuff more?
I don't love listening to any of it. I lived with it, you know. I mean, I know how it goes. I don't want to listen to it.
As sales pitches go, it's a shocker.
The record company came to me and said they wanted to put out the old catalogue, you know. I said, whoa, I'm not very good on repackaging, and, you know, I think it's cheating the fans. We have to make it something that's different.
He takes fans on a journey by including demos, the studio mix, then the live performance, which shows how the songs developed.
Think twice.
His first album, Face Value, came out in '81. Phil's just turned 65. But when it comes to the highlight of his career, you might be surprised.
Playing drums with Eric Clapton. You know, we were great pals, still are, but we lived very close to each other. With the solo career and with Genesis out front, I was able to go back behind the drums where that's my natural habitat, and play behind the world's best guitar player.
About the drums and that song. I wondered how he felt when Cadbury used it for their ad.
They got in touch with management and said, you know, can we use it? And we're going to have a guerrilla plan. And I was asked, and I said, good luck, you know.
And here's a fun fact. Phil reached number 6 in New Zealand in '81, but the ad took it to number 1 in '08.
Did it go back in?
Yeah, it went back in, reached number 1.
Incredible.
So maybe when you go touring again, can you get the gorilla back
It's
on?
the gorilla suit, yeah.
Yeah. Will we see you drumming again? I know you've had some back surgery, you've got a few...
I think what I have to do, I have to stop saying I can't play the drums and start practicing. I owe it to myself, and I also owe it to my kids, because they want to see Dad back on stage, you know. And I'm not saying I'm going back on stage yet, but they want to see me on stage, and they want me to write new songs, because they're proud of me, and they listen to the stuff, you know.
Will that kill you if you're an up-and-coming songwriter and you've just heard from Phil Collins, I wouldn't have a clue what the song was about, maybe you wrote it yourself, you're thinking, why am I
There's
trying
no
so?
method to this.
Do you know what his great trick is? He's at peace with himself. Couldn't care less, doesn't he? He's just happy as
he doesn't even have to push
himself.
it. Mind you, he doesn't have to push it because he's probably got so much of
well,
this.
Well, 100 million
to be fair.
albums and $3 or $4 an album, he's doing all right
okay.
for himself, isn't he? Good on him.
Seems like a very nice guy.